Today, we're reading the second part of the chapter The Sound of Music, which is about the legendary Ustad Bismillah Khan, the great Shehnai player who made the instrument world famous. A long time ago, during the time of Emperor Aurangzeb, a musical instrument called the punji was banned in the royal palace. Why? Because it had a shrill and unpleasant sound. Later, the word punji was used for all kinds of reeded noisemakers. Reeded means instruments that have reeds, like flutes, clarinets, etc. But nobody thought this banned instrument could come back again. However, a barber from a family of professional musicians got a great idea. He found a pipe made of natural hollow stem, longer and wider than the punji. He made 7 holes in it. When he played it by closing and opening the holes, it produced a soft and melodious sound. He played it in front of the king, and everyone was impressed. This new instrument was very different from the punji, so it needed a new name. Since it was first played in the Shah's chambers and played by a nai, barber, people began to call it the Shehnai. Generic name means a name given to a whole group of items. Soon, the sound of the Shehnai started being seen as auspicious. Auspicious means something that brings good luck. That's why even today, it's played in temples and at Indian weddings. Earlier, it was a part of the Naubat, a group of 9 traditional instruments used in royal courts. Ensemble means a group of musical instruments played together. But the Shehnai was still only played in temples and weddings. The person who brought it to the classical music stage was Ustad Bismillah Khan. Let's go back in time. When Bismillah Khan was just 5 years old, he used to play gilli danda near a pond in Dumrayon, Bihar. He would go to the Bihariji temple nearby and sing the Bhojpuri Chaita, a folk song. As a reward, he would get a big ladu weighing 1.25 kg given by the local Maharaja. That was 80 years ago. Since then, that little boy grew up and received the Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award of India. He was born on the 21st March 1916 in a well-known family of musicians in Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Bucks Khan was a Shehnai player in the king's court of Bhojpur. His father, Paigambar Bucks, and other paternal ancestors were also famous Shehnai players. Paternal ancestors means ancestors from the father's side of the family. From a very young age, Bismillah loved music. When he was 3, his mother took him to Benaras, now Varanasi, to his uncle Ali Bucks' house. There he got fascinated watching his uncles play the Shehnai. He would follow his uncle Ali Bucks to the Vishnu temple, where Ali Bucks played Shehnai every day. Bismillah Khan would sit there for hours, just listening. Slowly, his training started. He practiced for hours and hours every day. He especially loved sitting near the temples of Balaji and Mangalamaya, or on the banks of the river Ganga. These peaceful places became his favorite haunts. Places where someone spends a lot of time. The flowing water of the Ganga gave him new ideas. It inspired him to create new raigas, which earlier people thought couldn't be played on a Shehnai. At the age of 14, he went with his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. After his performance, the great musician Ustad Fayaz Khan blessed him and said, "Work hard, and you will succeed." In 1938, All India Radio started in Lucknow, and Bismillah Khan got his big break. He became one of the most popular Shehnai players on radio. And then came the historic day, 15th August 1947, India's Independence Day. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He played Rag Kafi from the Red Fort in front of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and many others. Just before Nehru gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. That moment became a part of Indian history. Bismillah Khan performed not just in India, but all around the world. His first foreign trip was to Afghanistan. There, the King Zahir Shah loved his music so much that he gave him Persian carpets and gifts. Souvenirs. Gifts given as memories of a place or event. Even a movie director, Vijay Bhatt, was so impressed with Bismillah Khan's performance, that he made a movie called Gunj Uthi Shehnai, which became a huge hit. One of its songs, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, became a chartbuster. Chartbuster means a song that becomes very popular and successful. But even after this success, Bismillah Khan did not work in many films. He said, "I can't adjust to the artificial and glam sheet film world." Awards started coming in fast. He was the first Indian to perform at the Lincoln Center Hall in the USA. He also performed at the World Exposition, Montreal, Cannes Festival, and Osaka Trade Fair. He became so famous that even a concert hall in Tehran, Iran, was named after him. Tahar Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. In India, he received many national awards: Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan. And in 2001, he got the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award. He smiled and said, "Teach your children music. This is India's greatest tradition. Even the West wants to learn from us now." Even though he had traveled all over the world, Bismillah Khan loved Benaras and Dumarayon deeply. Once a student offered to build him a Shehnai school, Usul, in the USA, and even promised to copy the temples from Benaras. But Bismillah Khan asked, "Will you also bring the Ganga River here?" He later said, "Whenever I'm abroad, I miss Hindustan. When I'm in Mumbai, I think about Benaras and the Ganga. And when I'm in Benaras, I miss the special matha, curd of Dumraon." This showed his deep love for his roots, for India. Bismillah Khan's life was a true symbol of India's culture. He was a devout Muslim, but he played the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple, proving that music has no religion. Devout means very religious and sincere in following one's faith. Bismillah Khan passed away on 24 August 2006 at the age of 90 and was given a state funeral. India mourned the loss of this great son of the soil. Central theme. This chapter teaches us that true talent, dedication, and simplicity can take you to the top. Ustad Bismillah Khan took an instrument that was once banned and made it respected around the world. He showed us how to respect tradition, stay humble, and keep loving your roots no matter how far you go.